Keith was a very typical little boy. He was taking a karate class. He was playing wiffle ball in the backyard, but he was beginning to stumble and fall a little more frequently. There were some indications that something might be up.
I joined the competitive swim team, but I could not get on the blocks. I would immediately fall off into the pool. At that point, I knew something had to be wrong.
At a certain point, we start noticing something was off. And therefore, we took him to a specialist to find out, okay, what is going on? Why is he falling off his skateboard so often compared to other kids?
Ja, dus eigenlijk op een tijdsperiode van 3 maanden zijn we dan te weten gekomen dat eigenlijk 2 van onze 3 kinderen de ziekte hebben.
When the neurologist told me she suspected Keith had Friedreich Ataxia, like everyone else in this country, we think a prescription will take care of it and he'll be fine and go on with life. And her eyes started watering and she said, there is nothing he can take that's going to cure this.
And as it turned out, Keith got all the symptoms of Friedreich Ataxia, including the neurological, the diabetes, and the heart condition, which was ultimately what took his life at age 24.
I came home that day and just sat in my room and stared at my ceiling for a while. I was thinking, why? Why is this happening to me?
We were Googling online about Friedreich Ataxia, and the most frightening thing that we read is that a thickening of the heart muscle itself was one of the most common features. If your heart fails, well, to be frank, life ends.
When most people think about Friedreich Ataxia, they don't think about the heart, and that is one of my biggest concerns. I'm 23 years old, and every day I'm afraid of heart failure.
As a parent, our biggest fear was who's going to be there when it happens. How can we help them?
Everything that you imagine for your child, at that moment, it just evaporated.
I was dreamed of getting married and moving down south and having a nice big house with a wraparound porch and a big family, and I knew that was going to be a very hard future for me, and it feels like a part of me was just kind of ripped away very fast.
Come on, let me see you, Al. Whoa!
We dream about the lives our boys could have, but about growing up, having families of their own. What we are most hopeful for is that there will be a treatment on the market that could take away the worries of those sleepless nights. That's what we're fighting for. That's our biggest hope.
We decided what we needed to do about this was to support the medical research into Friedreich Ataxia.
We knew it would probably not be in time for Keith, but even though if it wasn't time for him, that it was going to help a lot of other people too.
In order for all of my dreams to be possible, we need more research, we need more funding. Until then, I'm going to keep advocating, going to keep staying positive. There's still life to be lived.
Keith was always the inspiration. Now it's clear that we have changed the hopelessness to hope and now confidence. We know that we're going to get this one.